Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's that time again, folks, for another action-packed episode of the most podcasterific adventure that you will ever take. It's the Punkdemic Show, the Punkdemic podcast, starring the queen of everything, the lovely Amazon, the proud proprietor of Punkdemic LLC and Punkdemic Media Group. Oh, no. My kind of guest. I love it.
Did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he did. I love it. I love it.
You
know what else I love? You know what else I love? I love to talk about one of my favoriteest websites on the planet.
There he goes.
And of course, that would be none other than punkdemic.net, baby, where you can swing on by and grab yourself your official Punkdemic logo t-shirt, Punkdemic bucket hat, t-shirt, sweatshirts. It's a little warm. The day of this recording in Southern California, we have triple-digit heat all over the Southland. But if you discover this episode sometime in October, November, December, it's the right time to grab that hoodie available at punkdemic.net. Get a little bib for that kid that's got a rebellious spirit. Maybe some Punkdemic diapers. You know, we got that kind of stuff jumping off here.
There are no diapers.
For the spring collection, those Punkdemic flip-flops, they're coming your way. You know, keep the mani-pedi upright. And anything else we can stick the Punkdemic logo on, it's basically going to be at the website. So make sure you pay the lady, punkdemic.net. That's going to be punkdemic.net. And because she told me not to do it a third time, one more time for your mind, that's going to be punkdemic.net. And I'm done with that. All right.
Thank you.
The shameless plugs have been shamelessly plugged. And now, for the main event, the icon, the showstopper, the perfume of power, the legendary, the myth, the incomparable, the stupendous. Corey, welcome to the show.
Hey, I know what the hell you were talking about.
Oh no, this is all you, Corey. You got all
you.
You get all the adjectives today.
Okay.
We got a living legend.
That's
We've got a living legend.
I am living.
Who has done legendary, and this living person has done legendary things across many facets of the entertainment industry. Now, I'm going to know my role, and I'm going to slide on out of here.
Yeah, good day, sir.
You see how I did that? And slid back in, slide on out.
That was quite
And I'm going to turn this over to Amazon. Take it away. It's all you.
Thanks. God, okay, again, sorry. You know, it's hard to find good help.
It's all good.
Oh, my God. So give me like 10 seconds to just fangirl on you. I have to.
Breathe.
And I've never, look, it's never happened before.
Breathe
it's happening now.
Breathe in.
Fangirling. I've never done it. Never done. You're going to make some people really mad because I didn't do this when they came on. But whatever. You're you. So, okay. I'm good. I'm back. We're good. All right. So before anybody comes on, I like to do a deep dive and do homework. I actually was a journalist at one point, so I do my homework. And you have so much stuff that you've done. I could not possibly squeeze it into the short period of time that we have.
Take your time.
I like to come across the people that are listening have never heard of you before. So I'll ask them stuff, they'd be like, duh. But I try to approach it like they don't know you like I know you, right?
Okay.
So I'm taking it a little further back.
All right.
How did it feel to work on Platoon?
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was my first feature film I'd ever done. And it was great. I spent 3.5 months in the Philippines shooting that movie.
Oh, neat.
It changed my life. Very interesting and very wonderful, weird people in that process. You know, what I find fascinating about the whole process of Platoon is that they got a bunch of really good young actors that went on to become superstars. I mean, from Charlie Sheen to Johnny Depp to Forrest Whitaker I mean, the list goes on of people that came out of that movie, and it was like their first or second movies that they'd ever done before. Like, I give credit where credit is due. The people who put this together found new talent when they saw it. I was kind of lucky, personally, and I mean that sincerely because I wasn't supposed to be in that movie. A friend of
How?
mine,
How did that? Hmm.
I auditioned. I had callbacks. I did a bunch of stuff, and next thing I knew, the scuttle around town was that somebody else got the part. It was my friend Kadeem Hardison, actually.
Oh,
Kadeem
wow.
and I went.
Okay.
Kadeem and I went to high school together. Um, and it's like, oh, great, that's cool. It's very, very cool. So, what happened? The movie was shooting in the Philippines, and there was delays upon delays upon delays, and by the time it was time to actually do principal photography for, Kadeem had already committed to doing something else, so he couldn't do it. So they scrambled and they called me. They called me like it was like a Monday morning. I got a call from my manager saying they're interested in you for this movie. We'll let you know what happens. We'll call you tomorrow. But if you get it, you have to get your shots, and then you'll be out. You'll be out of town. You'll leave on Friday. I said, okay, no problem. They called me like an hour later. It's like, okay, we got you. Got the part. Everything is good. Just gotta make sure that you have your shots. Do you have any shots? She's like, no, I don't have my shots. We got to go out and get your shots. Well, I'll set that up. I'll call you back, but you're leaving on Thursday. It's like, okay. I said, you call me again. It was like, okay, we're just trying to work on billing and payment and da 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 da. You're leaving on Wednesday. And they called me. Then they called me an hour after that, and I was like, okay, we got everything settled. Everything's good to go. You're ready to go. You're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I got the call on a Monday. I was on a plane on Tuesday on my way to the Philippines. And so I had to say all of my goodbyes, not least of which was to Vernon, because
Yay.
I just got into the band, and it's like I gotta go. I'll be back. It's like just hold my space if you can, please. Just hold my space. Um, and then I spent 3.5 months in the Philippines shooting Platoon, basically.
Have you been back there since you filmed Platoon?
No, I have not been back to the Philippines, and that's been over 30 years actually.
Did you
I've
enjoy being there, or you
did.
just?
It was a very interesting place. When it was at the time, there was a sort of cultural revolution going on. The Marcoses, who had been it's been a dictatorship in the Philippines, not that not like there haven't been any since then, but they were ousted, and there was this sort of like democratic sort of revolution going on in the country, but it was still kind of tense there. It still had, there was still like skirmishes in the streets with Marcos loyalists and Corazon Aquino's
Wow.
loyalists, and back and forth. And we're in the jungles of the Philippines shooting this war movie. So it was kind of
Wow.
weird. Yeah.
So you had like a military presence while you guys were filming and
Yeah, there was
everything?
like the Filipino army was around watching our
Wow.
backs. Um, and we were shooting with real live sort of like vets. Like we had a bunch of Marines who were training us during this whole time. And we had this guy, Captain Dale Dye, who is a Marine Corps major,
Wow.
hired, and he was one of the people training us. We had a gunnery sergeant. We had the whole thing. And we went through it. Like we went through basic training for 2.5 weeks when we first got there.
Holy cow.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I
it
had to take apart an M16, put it back together. I wasn't very good at it.
was. That's okay. You're not supposed to really be good at it, I would
No,
assume.
no, but I was horrible at it. So, but we were. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I shared a foxhole with Charlie Sheen for the first couple weeks of basic. It was weird. It was weird. It was very strange to go from now. I was living in my parents' house in Brooklyn at the time, to go from that to living in a foxhole
But
in the middle
Charlie
of the
Sheen.
jungle with Charlie Sheen.
It sounds like
And
the it sounds like the beginning of like a really bad joke. Like, what do you get when you take Corey and stick him in a foxhole with Charlie Sheen in the jungle?
it was a very bad sitcom.
That's what it sounds like. That is so funny.
Very, very bad sitcom.
And then you had to have the speech like, "Hey, band, I just started with everybody. I gotta go.
I gotta go." Yes.
How was that received? Were they like mad or?
No, they weren't. They weren't particularly mad. It's like, this is going to set us back some, I'm sure. It's like, yeah, but I'll be back in a couple months. I'll be back. But I'll be back.
And then they're like, this guy. That is so funny.
There was it was a little tumult, but it wasn't that bad. When I got back, everything went back to normal, and things started heating up actually when I got back. So it was good.
Wasn't your hit I Do It Like This, because you've had way more than that hit as far as I'm concerned. It was after you got back, right? That came out?
I came out in 1988. I filmed Platoon in 1986.
Right. So fast forward, we
got a record deal. We put out, and actually the first single was Middleman. And then the second single was Cult of Personality, and that sort of took off. And even then, we had no idea that it was doing that as well as it was, because we were working so much. We were spending our lives in a van traveling across the country while this song was sort of like blowing up all over the place.
Just being musicians.
We were just working. Yeah, we were just out there doing what we do.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Johnny, I see your face. Did you have a question for Corey?
Well, I think I can conjure up a question.
No, don't conjure up. Oh,
I think I can.
Here he goes.
I think I can come up with one.
Oh my God.
Cult of Personality.
Yes.
Okay. So, like, there are people who watch and consume our podcast who are amply into the world of wrestling, and a lot of people's favorite wrestler, CM Punk.
Yes.
Who has?
Oh God.
I do. This is. There we go.
Oh God, no.
So this is where
not allowed. No wrestling, Johnny.
So
God.
I'm going to pose this in a very specific way, because I know that the ads are coming from this part in part. So we have wrestling fans who tune into the Punkdemic podcast on a regular occasion.
Okay.
Who are also fans of CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk has been very verbal about his fandom for Living Color. He has done what he needed to do in order to make sure that the licenses were covered, to make sure that Cult of Personality has been his entrance music in wrestling, as well as his stint in UFC. What was CM Punk like if you've met the man?
And he's fun. He's a funny guy. He's a lot smarter than you think he is. That's for sure. He's a very learned guy, and quiet as it's kept. And I'm sure he'd deny it, but he's a giant nerd. He is a great big nerd, comic book nerd. He loved Walking Dead. He was pop culture nerd, and that he used the song. He used to use the song during when he was in backyard wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing it then. Yeah, he was jumping off of people's roofs to Cult of Personality, which I think
is so cool, right?
So this has been a part of his life for a very long time, and he told us, how he got, when he was in Little League in suburban Chicago, nothing else was going right in his world, but he was in Little League. And their entrance music when he was in Little League, like his baseball coach seemed to be very hip, and so they played that, and it stuck with him from then on.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
that is such a good story.
We played WrestleMania with him. We did a couple of shows. We did Riot Fest in Chicago. He showed up a couple of times. It was good. He's a good guy, real good guy.
As wrestling fans, we were so happy to have Bill Brooks CM Punk back in the ring, back in the WWE ring,
right?
Where he
Well,
where
you know, in that
he
whole
will probably get that WrestleMania moment next time around.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do with Vince McMahon going. You know, once Vince left, the gates were open for everybody to come back, and to be the reason why a lot of folks left.
Yep.
Yes, we know more about wrestling than necessary. I get it.
No. You don't understand how deep the rabbit hole goes with this guy. Johnny Taylor, go ahead and tell Corey what you call yourself. What's your nickname? And this is why he's forbidden from talking wrestling on my podcast, because he has his own. What do you call yourself? Come on.
The thick ladies. They love old Thick Flair over here. They love Thick Flair.
Dude.
Woo! They love Thick Flair. Yes. The bright lights, the big cities, the long limousines. God. Thick women lined up for a block, waiting to take a shot at old Thick Flair. Yeah.
Oh God. No, they're not. They're not lining up. There's nobody out there in the line. There's no line.
Don't try to ruin my rep on the podcast publicly.
Oh my God. My God.
They're lined up, you guys. They're lined up.
There's none.
All right. I'll see you
no more wrestling. See,
thank you, Corey.
His madness. Don't encourage
Corey, man, that's my man right there. He gets me, you know.
Don't encourage. Don't encourage him, please.
Hey, I've had my wrestling moment. Now back to the Demic.
You're okay now?
That is.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna just go see my way to this Pac-Man game back here and let you guys do.
And you won't let me play it like you. You know what? Go. Good day. Good day. Thank you. See what you did? You let him out.
He brought up a subject I'm a little versed on. So yeah.
He was training to be a wrestling ref. That's how wrestled out this guy is. So I try to keep him in his little cage because once I let him out, it's a done deal. There was a
and I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling pandemic. If it wasn't for that pandemic, I was in the middle of my classes. I learned how to take the bumps, how to take the falls. I learned how to do the nonverbal reactions. You know, I learned how to.
Eye?
One more time.
The blind eye. You know the blind eye.
I didn't get to the blind eye. I didn't get to that in totality, but they were starting to teach how not to see certain things.
Right. The blind eye for Amazon is you turn your back and something happens and somebody's trying and then you turn around and it looks like nothing's happened.
Nothing ever happened.
Like when they're hitting him with the chair and all that, like they used to do back then. I was an older wrestling fan. I'm not caught up with the newer cats.
So was I. You know, Bruno Sammartino was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Andre the Giant was one of my favorites.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah. Jimmy Snuka was...
Not the Snooks.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
See. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Johnny,
yeah.
Go to your room. Let me talk to Corey, please. No more wrestling. Thank you. Okay. God. Well, he has his own podcast, Corey, where he can wrestle it up all day long. You guys can link afterwards and wrestle it up. Yeah. Okay, so Cult of Personality comes out. You guys blow up. Were you shocked?
Right.
When it actually hit like MTV? I was a teenager girl geeking over you, by the way. Oh my God. It's when you're a black rocker.
Right.
Who's into punk and rock, which I was. I've had the name Amazon since I was 13, and that's because I was 5'11", looked like this. Well, I was younger, but whatever. And
it's okay.
I was in the scene. I was going to all the punk shows. Well, thank you. But there was nobody that looked like me going to these shows, and there certainly was nobody doing what you were doing on freaking MTV, right? So I see you guys, and I'm like, oh my God, what is? How did you feel at that time?
It was, we were prepared to sort of come on the scene and tear shit up, really. We wanted to, because we hadn't seen anybody like us on TV. That the only sort of representation on MTV at least, was Michael Jackson, and shout out to him, because actually he was part of the reason why we were on MTV. but we hadn't seen anybody doing it. Our heroes, people like Bad Brains, were not getting the kind of shine that our friends in Fishbone weren't getting the shine that they deserved. We wanted to
They didn't
represent for
know.
them as much as we possibly could, because and do it in the loudest, most audacious way we could possibly think of. So that was our aim. That was our goal, was to do that. And by the time the whole MTV thing sort of ushered in a whole bunch of other, people took notice, that which was good. People heard and people saw, and then we were on the Stones tour for 3 months, and that was helpful. And then we were always
That's crazy.
we were constantly on the road. We never, even now we're still on the road. I'm on the road right now. Right now I'm in British Columbia. We're out with Extreme, and that's the key to our success, I believe, is that we never stop working. And we never stop doing it. Never stop trying to get better at whatever it is that we're doing when we're doing it.
Absolutely. Touring with Mick Jagger,
Yes.
that's
Well,
craziness.
Jagger
He's a
was sort of
legend.
integral in us getting a deal.
How's that?
We were playing around. We were like local bands in the late '80s, playing in CBGBs all the time, playing at little places like Say Bots or Tramps and all these little small clubs in and around New York City. And word of mouth started spreading. And Jagger was in town recording a solo record, Primitive Cool. And he was looking for local players to play on the record. And Vernon happened to be one of the people he had heard about. So he invited Vernon to come down to audition for the band. And it was funny because people in the room was Doug Wimbish, who's now playing bass with Living Colour. And, a bunch of folks, he's like, yeah, I auditioned. People saying, he told people he auditioned Vernon. He's like, oh, you need to go see his band. You need to come check him out. So when Vernon took me to this audition, and Jagger came out of the rehearsal room to say hello to both of us. So yeah, I hear you guys are playing around town. It's like, yeah, we're playing next Friday. You should come down. And so that Friday, he showed up with Jeff Beck. And
okay.
yeah, rest in peace. And he seemed to be impressed, and he was like, if there's anything I can do for you guys, just let me know. It's like, whatever you need. He's like, well, tell you what, I am mixing my record down at this recording studio in Manhattan. If you guys want to come over and record a few demos, and hopefully that'll help you get a deal. So we did. We recorded Which Way to America. We recorded Glamour Boys, and I think something else, a few things. I'm getting old. But that was, those demos helped us get a deal, basically. And that's how we got on Sony.
When Jagger first came walking out to talk to you, did you guys have a minute at all? Like, this is Jagger we're talking to, or no?
It was a surprise. I thought it was just a regular audition. I was going to sit in the lobby and wait for Vernon. And he was like, hey, how you guys doing? Pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about you guys. It's like, we know all about you. I don't know how you know anything about us, but that's fine. Okay, fine. Yeah, come on now on Friday. We'll be at 9:30. Come on through. So.
Oh, hey, that's awesome.
And it was helpful, and then, and his engineer on that Primitive Cool record turned out to be our producer at Stasium. So it was sort of like we knew a lot of people within his circles, within Jagger's circles. And that sort of got us on the Stones tour, really.
That is wild. That's life-changing as far as your career is concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Neat.
Like we were playing in stadiums with the Stones. Like you could fit all the places we played up until that point into one of those stadiums. Um, and that was our sort of entree into like the business writ large, all the glitz and glamour of it all, with
Any stage
6
fright?
semi trucks. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta have some. You see all these people. You got, I don't know what you're gonna. What am I supposed to do? Just do what you do, and I tried as best I can.
That's neat. So,
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
Your fantastic voice.
Yes.
When did you know, like, I'm a singer? I know that for me, like, I was raised in the church. My grandma raised me Southern
Right.
Baptist. You were in the church, and if you're in the church, you were singing. Period. So where did it come from for you? Like the need or the want to sing?
Um, my family sings actually, not not particularly professionally. My brother was a singer in the church, and he was like the singer in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And, like he was like people. He is my brother has one of the most beautiful verses I've ever heard in my life, and I was about 6 or 7, and my brother had a solo at an Easter concert, and I was pissed because he was getting all this attention. Really, I was very very pissed. It was getting a lot of attention, you know, and I mentioned to my grandmother at the time, I was like, he's not that good. I can do what he does. And
Oh,
she thought that was she thought that was very funny. She said, "Really? Show me." So I sang for her, and that was I thought that was it. And we're at Easter dinner, and there's a lot of food, a lot of people sitting around the table, and everyone's heaping my brother with all this praise. And my grandmother pipes up and says, "Corey can sing too."
oh no.
It's like, oh really? He can he? I'm like, yeah, I can sing.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's when it started. They put church choir, and I've been singing ever since.
See, I don't like being on stage. I can sing. And my same thing with church and music. But it
Right.
was the same kind of scenario where my aunts, they made me do it. That was one of those, go on and
Mm.
sing, baby. No, I don't want to. You better get out
Mm-hmm.
there and sing this song. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Uh,
At least you
yeah.
wanted to do it. I was like, no, there's
I
no.
wanted to do it, and come on. The thing that singing did for me, that I'm sure every singer who wants to do it does it, is because people pay attention to you, basically.
I
It
don't
was
like it.
it was girls. Girls like to hear me sing. It's like, hey, that's nice. Oh wow. Is
I
that
was
all I
one of
gotta
those
do?
girls.
Yeah,
I'm over
sorry.
here. I was one, by the way. Their voice. I was doing anyway. So yeah, that's neat. Because I mean, to hear you is to know that you're an actual singer and not just somebody trying to sing. There's a difference
Yeah,
between
yeah,
a singer and somebody that's trying to sing, right? And so I figured it had its roots
yeah.
in
It
something
definitely
like
had.
church or choir.
And I didn't want to sound like every other rock singer. I did at one point. I was like, I'm never be a rock singer because my voice is not that high. Don't ask. I didn't feel like it was at the time. Like I was not going to be Robert Plant.
Oh God,
I didn't
nobody
feel
can be Robert Plant.
I could do that. I didn't think I could do that. I didn't think I could be one of those rock singers. And then I saw Jesus Christ Superstar with Carl Anderson, the movie.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And not only did I see a black man with all this bravado and all this stuff, his voice was amazing, and he was singing rock music. I was like, that's what I want to do. Right
Oh, I
there.
can do that.
There it is. I could do that.
That's the ticket.
There it is. I don't have to sound like this. No. Good. I can find something else to do. And there it was.
Dude,
And there it
Robert
was.
Plant. You
Yeah.
nailed that, by the way. That was very
Yeah.
Robert Plant right there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Uh-oh.
Neat. Oh no. Oh Lord,
Here come.
help
Come
us
on
all.
now.
Nah.
Come on, Johnny. What you need?
Don't encourage him.
No,
God.
I appreciate it,
Yes.
Corey. Corey, I would just like to ask on the heels of you sharing some of what influenced you to pursue singing at a more professional level. Like, who
Right.
did you listen to growing up, or like what were you listening to at the time where you were like, "Yo, I'm gonna do this," and I'm kind of inspired by who were like
Who?
your three that were just like, "Ooh,
Three
I can
top
do
things.
this." Mhm.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of the stuff. Every singer that I really, really appreciated were R&B singers, and I wanted to be an R&B singer that sang rock and roll. So like, but if I I loved Bill Withers. Loved Bill Withers.
Rest in peace, Bill. Yeah.
I loved, you know, I loved young Michael Jackson. That was it for me. He was the top singer of all time for me. And as a rock singer, HR from Bad Brains was who
Yes.
I tried hard to be. Oh, in fact, I wanted to be that crazy. I needed to be that crazy just to be able to sing half of that shit. But he was, he was to me the ultimate in
Black
rock
rocker.
singers.
You're damn
Yep.
right. That's neat.
He is still the tops. I mean, he can't do what he did in 1984, but
No.
but he's still, Eye Against Eye is still one of the most incredible records. That Raw tape, I wore that tape out 3 times.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You hear that? You hear that, folks? He wore out that tape.
He has a
All right,
cassette.
people don't know about the struggles with cassettes, man. I used to hate when they get just twisted just enough.
Right. I popped that bitch too many times to count.
So okay, I have an HR story.
Okay.
And there's not a black punker in the world, and that's not all I'm into, but till I die, you know what I mean? That doesn't love HR, right? So this
Right.
was in like 2000, I don't know, 6 or 7. He played in Anaheim, and it was him and like I think Fish. Fish was there. It was him, Norwood, somebody from Suicidal Tendencies, and I can't remember another musician. They were all playing.
Right.
And I was ready. Do you understand? I was ready to see him. I was ready, right? I'm like, I'm in the front. He's coming to play for me. Forget all these white folks. He's here for me, right?
Right.
So I don't remember I ran into him. Oh, so I saw him on stage. He comes out in a blue wig.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing a Santana kind of hat, a long blue wig, and I was like, uh-oh. I don't know. This might take a turn for the worse, right?
Right.
And so he comes out, and I'm like ready, and he busts out "Kumbaya," and I was like, "That's not pay to come. Like, what are we doing?" So I hung out through the set, and I was a little sad because I didn't hear any of the stuff I really wanted to hear.
Right.
But he comes off stage, comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, baby," and I don't know. I believe he was pretty under the influence or whatever. And he puts his arm around me and says something that sounds like Ruba, Fruga, Durga, Ruga. And I didn't care because it was HR. I didn't give a damn what he said.
Right.
But he kissed me on the cheek, and I like walked him back to like the backstage area or whatever. I took Ruga, Duga, Fruga, Duga to the rest of my damn life and told everybody I was never going to wash my cheek again. I didn't give a damn about that blue wig. I didn't care. He's saying Kumbaya. But man, just an interesting character. And my goal is to get his children's book signed by him. I've been wanting to do that. I know he was just out in New York and everything, but I haven't gotten to see him since then.
Yeah.
I don't care. Ruba Guga, Fuga Duga. I don't
care.
care.
Man.
It was HR.
Make that that's your new hashtag right there. Go for it. Spell it.
Dude, blue wig. Don't care. It was HR. Like, just badass. Just always going to be a badass. Anyway, Johnny, Are
Amazon.
you done with your questions? I'm not done talking to Corey, man.
You know,
It's
and as long as Corey feels like talking to you, it's all good.
okay. So I'm I'm gonna
I
ask
tell
you
you
to
this
go
much,
on
she's
and
much better to look at. No offense, bro,
oh
my man,
geez.
but you know,
So I have a thing with cameras. This time last year, I wouldn't have done this.
Yep.
I did journalism because they couldn't see me, and I could go talk to the artist directly, but I didn't have to take pictures and all of
right?
that. So he's been pressing me. He's like, "You're the face of your brand." I started as a clothing brand. Punkdemic, I
Okay,
started during the pandemic because
okay,
during the pandemic nobody could go to shows, right?
of
But in
course.
Orange County, where I was living at the time, there was a bar that was still doing
Hmm.
shows. And so everybody hated him. Like there was a whole thing, like he was getting threats because he was still doing shows. But during the
Hmm.
pandemic, there were people that their mental health was having issues because what they do is they go to these shows and they let off that steam at the
Right.
shows and the pit and everything. So I was just talking shit and I was like, man, it's a fucking punkdemic. I can't go to no shows. And then a light went off. Bing! And so that's where the name came from. And it started off as a brand and turned into
Excellent.
this because I love talking to musicians and they love talking to me. And so I just
Yeah.
kind of been running with it so far, so good, right?
Yes.
Johnny, good
Yes,
day.
ma'am.
Good day. Good day.
Oh, is that my
God.
cue to
Corey's here
be
to
out?
talk to me. You can go now. Thank you, sir.
Dang, Corey. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Bye.
I'm sorry. It's her show.
You you
It
can play
is
with Corey
true.
later. You guys can talk wrestling later.
Man, I just wanted to just tune in. I wanted to just tune in. I don't want people to forget that there was another guy on the show.
Yeah, they need to. Good day. I'll see you later. Thank you. Um, so the album Hymns.
You're welcome.
I hated him so much. You know what? You're fired. You're lucky you're my business partner and I can't fire you because you're fired. Um,
Mm,
the album Hymns.
yes.
Did you do any of the writing on that? Like, are you writing these lyrics?
Yes. Yes.
So you realize you wrote that whole album for me, right? First of all, because you couldn't tell me that wasn't for me. Number one. Um,
Okay.
I love it.
Any song in particular?
I can't say because after I say it, I have to take a cold shower. But I think you know which song I'm talking about. Thank you very much.
Do you first and
Um,
do yourself?
oh my goddamn! Listen, I was like, why is he talking to me like that? Why? And I was young and you weren't, and it was like a whole thing. Anyway, that album, yeah, I've been known to say some things. That album didn't get its due. It's so good.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
and I always wondered if you were writing those lyrics um, or not. Um, it's just
That
great.
particular song was written. That particular song was written by Peter Lord for the Family Stand, but I loved it step from the very beginning because it sort of echoed some of my own sentiments, and I'll leave it at that. How's that?
Little girl, little girl is like,
Little
man,
Girl. Little Girl was the first song I wrote for that album, actually.
it's so good. And
Yeah,
I hate that you didn't get as much noise behind it
I
because it's
agree.
great. Right? I hope you do because you wrote it.
I do.
Um, now, when you're doing your solo stuff, are you working with any of the band members from Living Color on your solo projects?
Not really. Played some percussion on hymns, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else was just other musician friends. In particular, Mike Ciro, who's a guitar player, really good guitar player, um, and Booker King, who's also in the newest band that I'm in, which is they keep changing the name, and I hate that they call it this, but it's really called Sonic Universe, but they want to call it Corey Glover's Universe, which is not what it is.
Yes, I was just going to ask about that.
Yeah,
Um,
but Booker's in that band, and you know,
okay, so that is.
I met so many different people, and different kinds of expressions come from different people, so I pick and choose that way.
No, I've been checking out that stuff as well, and like it's really well produced. First of all, it
Yeah,
sounds so good.
yeah.
Um, what caught my attention besides your vocals, of course, the drumming. is off the chain. Who's drumming on that? Who's your drummer for?
On Sonic Universe. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
I
Taquan
keep no, I didn't
Jackson.
know if I should say Sonic
Yeah,
Universe or Corey. I'm a little
yeah. His name is Taquan Jackson. He plays in this band called Sworn Enemy.
okay. I'm gonna
Um,
have to look them up after I'm done
yeah,
with
so
this.
it's a
Yeah,
hard, it's a like a hardcore death metal band. Sworn Enemy, dope.
he is badass.
He
I
is.
want his info after this podcast because
Yes,
the drums stood out to me a lot. On
definitely.
are we calling it? We're calling it Corey's Universe. What
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's good.
yeah, yeah. I love that record.
It's good. The production is super tight. Like it's a good
Yeah,
sounding
Mike
album.
Orlando, amazing. Mike Orlando, as a guitar player and as an engineer and as a producer, did most of that stuff, and he did his thing. He's really, really good. Um, and as a guitar player,
He's off the
I,
chain.
I've never heard anyone quite like that. I know guitar players, and that's a fucking guitar player. Mike Orlando.
Well,
Oof.
I knew his name, but I didn't know the drummer, and I was like,
Right,
okay, I know who that is. Who's that? Orlando's
right.
one of the best as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
So you did good with that. Any
yeah.
touring with them? You're gonna tour with your universe? Is
I'd
the
like
universe
to.
touring?
I'd like to. I haven't heard anything just yet. Um, we're waiting to see. We're Living Colors working pretty much into the fall, and then I think this winter we'll try to figure out how to get out there and do something.
So the tour now, what's that like? Like you guys don't see each other for forever, and then you're back together and you're touring.
Well,
Um,
lately we've been touring a lot. Since for the last year or so, we've been on the road more. Um, we did spot dates all through August. We were in Europe the end of July. We did some other dates. We were on the road, back out on the road with Extreme for 2.5, 3 months. So that was from the beginning of the year till about March. So we haven't really stopped working. And one of the things that we want to do is when we stop, like we plan on stopping pretty much at the middle of October. We want to go into the studio and start making another record, which
really?
which is a miracle in and of itself, because I don't know if you know, we don't. It takes a while to make a record. Like we have to. It's like a virus. We have to get that virus in order to want to go in the studio and do something. So we're gonna do it.
I want it to happen. It needs to happen.
I agree. It does.
It's about time. Or are you coming to LA? Did you go to LA? Why aren't you in LA?
We played LA on the last tour with Extreme. I think we're coming to California in like the beginning of November, but it's not in LA.
Oh.
It's like 2 hours out of LA. It's something, but we're not coming to LA anytime soon. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll come see you 2 hours from LA. It's a
Okay.
date, buddy.
All right.
I want to I want to know when you're coming. I will come harass you in person. It'll be great.
Excellent.
But yeah, no, I know that you guys have been touring, but I mean, you had a space where you guys weren't playing together for a bit, right? Everybody was doing their own thing.
Yeah, well, we had
we
had a minor breakup in like the early 2000s, and just about the early 2000s. Yeah, we kind of stopped working, and then we got back together, and we haven't stopped. We've been back together since like 2001, 2002. We've been and haven't stopped.
Is it one of those things where it's just natural? You guys just kind of start playing, and everybody knows their thing, and everybody gels together.
We know exactly what the other person don't know exactly. We know we can expect certain things from certain people, and you know what you're gonna get, and it's comfortable. It's like an old married couple. That's what we are. It's like a really, really, really dysfunctional married couple. Yeah.
No, someone else said that it's like being in a relationship, with multiple people when you're in a band.
Right.
Um,
It is polyamory.
it's like it's
Yeah.
that's one way of putting it. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
Well, am I running out of stuff to say? No, I'm not, because I never run out of stuff to say. But
Okay.
well, no, I immediately went on and checked like the tour dates to see if you were going to come around anywhere
Look who's
close
here.
by. I can't stand this guy.
Mhm. I would
Yes,
like to
yes,
I
yes.
would like to just piggyback off of your previous sentiment
Go
that
right ahead.
it is in fact true that you do not run out of things to say. However, however, we do sometimes kind of run out of time to say said things. And
Oh, geez. Are
as
we
the
coming close to that?
as the referee for this Punkdemic podcast, I bear the unfortunate responsibility to call the time of wrapping things up because
I
it's
don't
kind of what
want
you
to.
got.
I want to play
It's
with
kind of what
Corey.
it's kind of what you got me hired here to do is to kind of be that person. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what?
Okay. Are
I
you
don't like
cutting
to
it
see
close?
sadness either. So here's what I can do. Here's what I can do because I just have such a giving and kind heart. And I always tell people don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And today we want to treat the people. So one time only, I will make an additional 10 minutes available for this Punkdemic Punkcast.
Look at that. Look at that.
Right? Right?
Thank
Give
you.
it
Well,
up
because
for
we
old Thick
started a little
Flair.
late too.
Give it up for old Thick Flair. Right?
I'm not calling you Thick Flair. I will never call you Thick
Woo.
Flair. No.
All the
Oh
shit
my
she's
gosh.
talking about you, and you were magnanimous enough to give us 10 minutes.
First of
Right?
all, Corey, he
He
can't
doesn't
give me
appreciate the
anything. He has the
magnanimity out of me.
illusion
You
of
know what
being
I'm
in
saying?
charge. He's not running a damn thing, by the way. He can't make that call. That would be my call.
Uh,
But I will
How
let
dare
him
you?
pretend like he's in charge for just a second. Go
talk
ahead.
about it.
You know, I am offended. I am shocked and I am appalled at these things that you allegorically state
Whew.
for public record in the podcast, especially in front of Corey. In front of Corey.
I know, your new best friend. Good good day.
All
I'll
right.
see you in 10 minutes.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So I want to hear more about your universe.
Yes. Well, I kind of met Mike on one of those rock cruises. I was on Shiprocked, and I was what they call a stowaway. So I went, and Mike was playing with this all-star band of people, Bumblefoot, bunch of people, and I was like, to my manager at the time, I was like, "Who's that?" And he was just on fire. It was just the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life. And after he played, I ran up like, "Look, I love you. I love you. I want you. I want to hang out with you. I want to be your friend. Let's go make a record."
Nice.
So, and that's what we did. And he's
But
got a
the
studio in his,
sound,
and it was just great. It was just amazing. Lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun.
well, no, I'm really enjoying hearing your vocals over those badass guitar riffs. I mean,
Oh my
these are
God,
hard sounding songs. Like they are
these are
hard. These are
yeah,
hardcore
these.
rock songs that you're putting out.
Woo. It was amazing.
Look at you, like a kid in a candy store.
Mm-hmm. It's, I feel blessed that I've met a lot of very talented people who I get the chance to work with all the time, and it's great. It's so much fun.
I'm trying to figure out why I've never been on a rock cruise. Like, what are we really doing with our lives? I've never gotten to go on a
Basically,
rock.
what you're doing is you're getting drunk and listening to bands. Is what's happens on a rock cruise.
I like doing that. Do they still do that?
Every year there's several different ones. Everybody has one. Even Kiss. There's the Kiss cruise. There's all kinds of cruises. They're jam band cruises. They're hard rock cruises. They're even some punk cruises and some EDM cruises. Everybody has a cruise, Everybody.
I have never done that in my life. I'm so upset that I've never done it. Like
You should
I'm
check
really
it out.
like I'm writing it down. I'm mad.
Good.
That's neat. And then you're stuck on this ship with it. Like how is it overnight or just for the day?
It's like 5 days. 5 days is like a
Get the
five.
hell out of here.
Some places are going to like they're going someplace in the Caribbean, and you get dropped off in the cruise lines version of whatever Caribbean island it is you're going to. It's depending on how you work it out. It's a lot of drinking.
Are you a drinker?
But I pretend to be one on a cruise, and it doesn't end badly, but it doesn't end well.
I don't know about you, but I hit a certain age where 29, which is where I stopped for the record. So I used to like tequila. California is here, Mexico's like right over there. So I used to have friends that rolled over from Mexico, bringing, just all kinds of tequilas, and I kind of felt like I was collecting them at one point. And then one day, I used to do backyard gigs at my pad, by the way. I used to do punk shows in my backyard. Like there was some stuff going on.
Nice.
And one day I did a shot, and my body said, "Nope." No, like nope. Like I just felt it. My body was like, absolutely not. Like you're done, And I was like, oh my God, this has never happened to me before. I don't feel good. Like, so I just hit that wall. I know you're probably familiar with it when you hit, 29. My body said, nah, you might get a light beer or something, but you're done.
Yeah.
You're done with the liquor.
Me and my friend Frank, we'd run around on a boat and just drink. There were clear liquor days and there were brown liquor days. So
you can't mix them.
We rotated with each day. It's like, what's going to be? Today's going to be a clear liquor day. Today's going to be a brown liquor day.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Is it what color is the alcohol going to be this week? This day, and we
what
go
color
from there.
did it?
Yes, green liquor.
And then did you hit that? You hit green. Oh God. Yeah, I don't. I'm an old-fashioned kind of girl. We're doing clear. We're doing brown. And I love bubbly, right? But we're not doing all the colors of the rainbow and all the. No, I don't. That'll make you sick for sure. Yeah. Especially like hypnotic and all that weird, like
yeah.
Oof, absolutely not. What about, since we're talking about drinking, what was the one that was horrendous? The cinnamon drink? Was it aftershock or something to do with a shock? It was red and it was cinnamon. It came like in a square.
And what was the other one? It was, I tell you, one that got me when I was younger was blackberry brandy.
Do you remember Cisco?
Oh yeah.
OMG! I have punk rock Cisco memories. You understand? Like where I was drinking Cisco. Don't remember going to the show. Don't remember getting home from the show. Cisco, oh no. Like that was so bad. Horrible. Did you have a Cisco?
I haven't had a bad Cisco moment, but I tell you this much. Boone's Farm was rough. Not because it was bad. It didn't taste bad. That was just the problem. You could drink a whole lot of it and not know that you couldn't get up and you couldn't and your legs did not work.
That's the gateway drug. Boone's Farm is like, this is Kool-Aid. Give me some more of that. What is that? Strawberry? Give me some of that.
What is that? Now later? Come on, let's go.
Watermelon? Give me some of that. And then it's yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Everybody has a Boone's Farm story because it tastes like Kool-Aid or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yes, Johnny. What were you gonna say, sir? What?
I was a St. Ides kind of guy myself.
The crooked letter.
They had that one thing. It was Crooked Eye. They were venturing off into like the wine cooler thing. I didn't really.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't really do the 40s. I wasn't trying to make my liver quiver like that. That just looked bad. But I remember when I was in high school, it was Warren G and Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg on the St. Ides.
Oh, you got to drink.
And I was like, oh, dude, oh, I got to get one of these.
Right.
I couldn't get the commercial. I couldn't make one, so I had to at least go get the bottle. And Boone's Farm, Crooked Eye, dangerous combination.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Dangerous.
That doesn't even sound like
the,
something you should drink.
and then the price point. That's the other part of it that was bad. Was the price point.
That's
Like, and it was the key ingredient to that jungle punch that they was always doing at the parties. Just this big bowl of just stuff that we just all felt like we had to have.
So Corey,
yes,
Johnny is a hip hop artist. He does hip hop and hip hop production and hip hop lyricism and the whole thing. So that's his bag. And so we switch with the different people that come on. Sometimes he'll say more when it's a hip hop person than I do, which I like it too, but he's way more versed than I am. And so, yeah, he would have things like, big parties with big bowls of punch and Tanqueray stories and such, whatever.
Yeah, now, but the thing about that, though, I wasn't really heavy into drinking. Like, I'd have a shot and then babysit the rest of the night with one and float around group to group, looking the part, and I'm so glad that I preserved my internal organs. Like some of that stuff that we was drinking back in the day. Woo! We got some of those brothers looking rough today. They never stopped.
Yeah, man.
They never stopped.
I couldn't. If I did it regularly, I don't know how to sip. That's my problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is good. Yeah. So we'll have another one.
Where'd the bottle go, Corey? Where'd the bottle go? It's over there.
It's empty over there in the corner somewhere. But
oh man.
So I had to learn how to be like, slow down.
Bottle ain't going nowhere. The bottle ain't going nowhere. It'll be there.
It's not going nowhere. Learn how to have to learn. And I ain't learned yet, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying.
Well, all education doesn't take place in the classroom. Okay, indeed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, is there any particular drink that's just on the no-fly zone? Never again, because the experience was so bad with it.
What's that? Goldschlager?
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right. I feel your pain.
See, I got all
everybody
pain.
I'm familiar.
The memory just flooded into your senses as soon as I said the word Goldschlager. It's like
saw the bottle, everything.
Listen, I don't think this may be offensive to some, but I don't think folks of color should be drinking anything called no damn Jägermeister or Goldschlager or anything with the Schlager sound in it. Like, we need to just go and leave that the hell alone.
You know what I mean? That sounds German. You should just stay the hell away from. I hear you.
Just don't do it. It wasn't made for us. Like Hennessy. It sounds smooth, don't it? Hennessy.
It does.
You know what I mean? What you drinking?
Hennessy. How bad could a Hypnotic be?
You know right. I mean? But Schlager? That don't sound like anything black people should even be drinking. I'm just putting it out there. Please don't drink that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Are you familiar with the Kraken though? Have you ever unleashed the Kraken?
Unfortunately, yes, I have.
Dude, yes. That was my drink of choice for a little bit, and that'll give you an idea about how far down the drinking hole I went. Okay, Kraken.
Yeah,
a bottle and a glass.
Was always Johnny Walker. Johnny Black.
Okay, got it. Black label kind of guy.
You gotta be. Blue Label was even better, but Johnny Black.
I unleashed the Kraken. I did. I went there, and it was interesting journey, and I don't want to go back there ever again.
I'm glad you got back.
I made it out. Right. Okay, Johnny, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up because Corey, you're probably tired, right? When did you get to where you're at now? Because you're touring.
We got here this morning.
Oh gosh.
We had a border crossing this morning, which was always interesting when your bus is filled with people of color.
Canada border people don't play either. I'm familiar. I went to Toronto and I had never seen no shit like that. I was like, did they just take us all off the bus? Check all of our bags thoroughly? Is that a dog? That's a
Yep.
dog. Like,
Yep.
wow. Yeah, Canada does
Yep.
not play. I'm familiar. I'm familiar. It's a whole thing. You start to
Yep.
get worried and you don't have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like, I'm stressed out.
I mean, when was the last time I?
Did I clean this bag out before I?
Right.
Oh, you start having philosophical fucking moments and shit.
You talk, looking at your calendar. It's like that was 3 weeks. How long is this thing?
Did I switch? Doing math.
Does anybody cranberry juice? I just need some cranberry juice right now.
Everybody, how many days is it again? How many?
Right.
How many days? That's funny. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, Corey. Thank you, because I know you're like, I don't know who the hell she is. You do now though, and I appreciate
and I know what you like
you.
too, which is even worse.
Uh-oh.
I know what you like to drink. I know what you like to do. So we're in trouble.
It's a thing. Is it a thing?
It's a thing.
Okay.
Thing.
Bet. I'm down. Bet.
Right.
He's gonna be my BFF. Johnny, you're not invited because you're just gonna show up talking about wrestling and shit. Nobody wants that. Okay? We're not doing that. We're not. Look how sad he looks. Okay, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I have feelings.
I'll be good.
I have feelings.
Jay, you got my number. Just hit me up.
Look at that, y'all. I got accepted into the camp because I'm too legit to quit.
You got my
no, because he felt bad for you because you look sad.
You got
there it is.
All you got to do is just hit me up. We can do what you need.
There it is. There it is. So there, take that, Amazon. And on that note,
fine.
And on that note, we're gonna wrap this one out like last year. We are out of here. Special thanks, my man Corey Glover. Thanks for blessing us with your presence. We appreciate it, especially on travel day and you're touring and you made time for Punkdemic. We really do appreciate it.
Stop smiling at me like that, Corey. You see how he's smiling at me?
He's so vain.
Corey,
you always think everybody's smiling at you.
So he's smiling at me. He's smiling. It's at me.
He might.
Slow down.
He might.
Slow down.
He might.
Slow down. It's only been an hour. Only been an hour, honey.
It's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere.
It don't take but a minute. It don't take but a minute. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
And cut. That's a wrap. All right, you guys, tune in again next time. Same Punkdemic time, same Punkdemic podcast. And we are out of here. As soon as I can push that button that says end recording, signing off.